we get a Shenzhen video. You guys request, there is no reason for me not to go. Let's go.
This is Shenzhen, a futuristic city growing from a small fishing village into a large metropolis today. We've tested out the best way to get to know Shenzhen, including the ultimate food recommendations, the largest ever technology center in China, the real life of Shenzhen locals, and the iconic museum to get to know Shenzhen and Chinese history. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Our trip starts now. Hi guys, we just arrived at Shenzhen and the first thing is we got a DD car and it really smells so good. So our first impression of Shenzhen is currently pretty good. Now we're going back to our hotel. Our hotel is next to Shenzhen railway station. The moment we got off the car, we saw this night market right next to our hotel. I still see a lot of people even if it's midnight already. And after this 4-hour long flight, we decided to have a nice snack. This is Shenzhen Hefen. It's made of rice, it's more flat and softer than normal noodle. It's definitely one of my favorite Cantonese foods.
这是深圳特有的吗？这个我也没在北京见过哎。
Then we went back to our hotel. Our room is surprisingly good. Make a guess of the price in the comment. I'll tell you if you get it right. Once we walk in, we have this small dining room and then we have this huge bathroom equipped with a smart toilet and a separate bathroom. Then we walk inside, we have our bedroom and then of course a decent TV.
咱们来浅尝一口。Tastes generally pretty good with all these materials mixing up. However, it is a little bit oily. Cheers.
Guys, I'm so excited about this place. This place is 145-year-old. It's called Tao Tao Ju. It's a recommendation from a Cantonese friend. It locates in one of the most beautiful and most expensive mall in Shenzhen, HuaQiangBei City, which translates into 10,000 elephants city. It's just the name of the mall. Now in Shenzhen, I can tell that it really is a very well-developed city. All the malls are very well decorated. Since Shenzhen is a coastal city, the seafood enjoys very high popularity, especially these crabs. So if you're not allergic like me, you should definitely try them. What I'm showing you guys is a very interesting tea culture in GuangDong. As a person comes from northeast China, I find it fascinating, which is the first infusion of tea shall be used to wash your dining tools. They're doing this for 3 reasons. First is hot water is able to disinfect things. Second is they think the first infusion of tea contains impurities from the tea leaves. Thirdly, in China, water means wealth. So they think pouring water into our bowl brings huge wealth. So the extra empty bowl is for the dirty tea water. Guys, look at this cup. My cup is the only cup has this Chinese character. This character basically means everything is going in the best way. So I guess something good is gonna happen in my life. And you guys saw it, something good is gonna happen in yours as well. Make a wish in the comment, maybe they'll come true. And guys, the tea is also for drinks. Fried milk is actually my favorite appetizer. It's not so sweet and it's very crunchy on the outside and it just tastes like jelly. Hefen, just like the one I ate last night, is definitely my favorite staple food other than rice. You can also taste it in some Southeast Asian countries. Pineapple with sweet and sour pork. What made this special is it was put in the ice, which makes it extra chewy and the flavor more stand out. Chicken foot in garlic flavor. I know some of you guys might not be able to accept it, but just listen to me, give it a chance. You'll fall in love with this. Cantonese fried ribs. Fried ribs is really common, but what made this special is the garlic toppings. We both think it's really good. And also we had some vegetable just to keep our stomach digesting. Generally, we had a very good meal. I could give this a 5-star. So if you don't know what to eat, this is definitely a good choice. Here's something I want to show you. Shenzhen local beverage, Lazina Ayanzium tea. I don't know if I got it right, but in Chinese it's called Huangpi cha. It's a fruit grown in southern part of China. Kind of tastes like lemon tea, but with the special smell of that fruit. 4 gold rice with trotters. It's definitely one of the most iconic Cantonese local specialties. It's called 4 gold because it contains the 4 most delicious part of a trotter, including very abundant collagen and complicated texture. Just look for wherever restaurant you can find in the corner. It definitely tastes good. And why am I having Coke all the time? Hi guys, we finally arrived at the hotel. Let me show you guys.
This is our hotel. Since it's my boyfriend's birthday, I thought maybe we can get a decent hotel.
This is our shared charge spots. So this is borrow and this is return. Basically you scan this code and then you can borrow a charge spot. It basically jumps out. And this is interesting because you just put your hand over here and then you can pay. And I really love this breakfast cafe. It's huge and it has various kinds of food including both Western style and Chinese style. And a coffee machine is essential. This is so refreshing. And in most Chinese hotels, they have this freshly made area. I am a noodle brain, so I got a bowl of noodles as well. I really enjoyed this. And that day was also an important day for my game, so I was constantly playing on my game while I was having my breakfast. Don't want my alliance to lose in the battle. Welcome! So once we got in, we have this corridor and then we turn right, we come to our bedroom. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, it's a little bit messy because we're going to check out now. The best part of this hotel is this window. It's like huge. This is the landmark of Shenzhen. And let me tell you some of the secrets of this hotel. It's really interesting. We have this thing, ta-da, which is a charger, and we have this, and you can play some music if you feel lonely. And in the bathroom there is a huge mirror. There is also a mirror that enables you to do makeup. We have a shampoo, we have a conditioner, and we have a body wash. So basically this is the room that we stayed in. Now we're going to move on to today's travel. On the way to the next destination, HuaQiangBei, we realized Shenzhen is a city full of these skyscrapers, and I know the city is famous for this. Since we only have 2 days, we decided not to go there. Hi guys, we are now at HuaQiangBei. HuaQiangBei is the most famous e-markets in Shenzhen, actually all around China. And you can get everything, digital devices, phone cases, chargers, everything at a very cheap price. HuaQiangBei has so many buildings, but I would have to say this building is definitely the paradise for girls. You can get all kinds of beautiful phone cases and accessories at a very cheap price. For example, like $1 or $2. I got 2 phone cases, both for $1. But there are also buildings that sell all kinds of digital devices, first and second hand computers and phones. You can also get Apple Watch and AirPods in just $10. If you want to get something cheap or a gift for your family, this is the best place. Hi guys, we have finally arrived at our last destination, ShenZhen Museum. Do you guys like visiting museums? It's kind of like my tradition. I go to every city and I visit the museums. I think it's the best way to kind of know like what the city values the most and get to know everything about the city. The museum itself is really beautiful, but especially these elevators. It's the perfect place for photos and videos. One of the most impressive galleries is this Bed Culture Gallery. It shows you how bed develops in the history of China. And as you all know, Chinese is good at math. So this gallery shows you how math develops through the history of China, including the start of them using math, how to count, and the tools they use. I use the word they because I am a Chinese, but I'm not good at math. The museum literally has a wall of the calculators that ancient Chinese used to use, and the biggest one can be this big. And as Shenzhen is a technology center of China, this museum also shows you how computers develop throughout the world. I do think this is one of the most special museums that I have ever visited. Time to shop, everybody. You know what's my favorite. You know what I am obsessed with. What is it? 3, 2, 1. You don't know? Go watch my videos. Do they have the good ones? Yes, fridge magnets. They have all those kinds of beautiful fridge magnets based on the design of their collections. And they also have the ones designed by the landmarks of Shenzhen, the more common ones. And my strategy is to pick the one that helps me memorize my trip. So I finally picked this one. It's on my fridge already. Now we have finished our visiting and we're planning to come back to Beijing. Our flight is at around 7:30 in the afternoon, so before I fly back to Beijing, I'll show you guys the Shenzhen airport. See you then! We have arrived at Shenzhen Airport. Some of them say that Shenzhen Airport itself can be a visiting place. Looked up on the internet, they say there are a lot of shopping areas. Shenzhen Airport is the busiest airport in China. To be honest, I was very interested in the airport myself. Until I walked in, I have to admit that this airport is absolutely one of the most beautiful airports I've ever seen. The design is amazing. And as for the shopping places I saw on the internet, I don't think it's much different than the ones I saw in the normal airports. I would say it's pretty common. And the area near the boarding gate is pretty wide and comfortable. Tell me in the comments if there's more to see at the arrival place. We have finished our trip and we finally arrived at the boarding gate. So our trip just ends here. Thank you guys for watching, and we're going to our next destination very soon. I'll see you guys next week, and make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you have enjoyed.